Hi, I'm Andy Webb from Be Clever with YourCash.com. Welcome back to my channel and this regular monthly update of the best credit cards out there right now. If you're new and you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you find this useful, if this saves you money, helps you better manage your money, please hit that thumbs up and leave me a comment. Really appreciate it. So as I said, this time around these regular monthly updates, I'm looking at the best credit cards out there. And really important here, a couple of things to know. One, this is only about getting a credit card if you can manage it, if it suits your situation. If you don't think you can make them payments every single month, or you haven't got a big debt you need to transfer, then avoid them. They are not for you, okay? So I'm not going to deal with interest rates in this deal, this rundown, because I don't think you should be paying interest on your credit cards. If you can't manage it and you're going to get charged interest, they're not the thing for you, okay? If you think you are in a situation where the only way you can have a credit card is to pay that interest every single month, then maybe you need to look at other things in more detail. And if those debts are really heavy, try and get some free debt advice out there. You should not pay for debt advice, okay? But really, this is about making sure you manage a credit card, you get the advantages from it, but they don't cost you any money. And secondly, the really important thing I want you to do is before you apply for any credit card, whether it's one of the ones listed here or one you find elsewhere, do a soft check. This is basically a pre-eligibility check. You can find out the chances that you will be successful in getting that credit card. Because if you get rejected, it's going to hit your credit rating, hit your credit score, and make it even more difficult for you to borrow on another card or a mortgage, or even get in a mobile phone contract, things like that. So two really important things to remember. So what I'm going to do now is going to take you through the blog article I've got where I regularly update the best credit card deals for you, the best special offers and promotions out there. I've got a bit more information about those things I just talked about, the the eligibility checking, the rules if you've got a credit card, things like that. So let's get through to the first one. And this is the best 0% balance transfer cards. Now this is, I'm sure you know, if you've got a debt on a credit card and you are paying interest on it every single month, but you can't clear it really quickly, what you want to be doing is transferring it across to a new card. So your debt moves over. You pay a little fee most of the time, and I'll get into that in a second, to transfer it over. But then you've got a certain amount of time, it could be 18 months, could be 2 years, could be even longer, where you don't pay any interest, and it's perfect for you to pay down that debt. So there's no extra costs coming in from those interest charges, and you put as much as you can to clear that debt. Now, you've got a few options. So we have 28 months interest free. That is the longest balance transfer deal right now. Come down a fair bit over the last few years. A few places you can get this. So you can go to, if you are with M&S Bank, 2.85% is the fee, and you will get 28 months. Go TSB, should get up to 28 months. You might not get the full amount. The fee is slightly higher at 2.95%. You can go for those cards. You don't need to be an existing customer. Now, if you are an existing customer with NatWest, then you can get the same amount of time, but 2.75, so a slightly lower fee. Or if you're with First Direct, then you can get a fee of 2.29%, 1 month less. But actually, in the scheme of things, if you don't need that extra month, that's great to get that lower fee. But again, you have to be a customer with that bank. Now, if you don't want to pay a fee and you can clear that balance, you think, in a faster amount of time, then you can get 20 months with Santander for the everyday credit card. 18 months with the Santander one. Or again, talk about existing customers again. If you're NatWest, you get an extra 2 months, no fee to do that transfer across. So that's going to be a lot cheaper for you. But obviously, you've got potentially 8 months or 10 months left, depending which card you go for, to clear that balance. Now, again, like I said, really important when we talk about credit cards. Only use them if you think you can pay off the full amount every single month. The exceptions are the balance transfer card, because you've got that time to clear that debt, or if you can get a 0% purchase credit card. Now, these are really handy when you are going for things like you've got a big purchase. I would have said normally a holiday. Obviously, right now that's not happening, but maybe you need to get a new sofa. Maybe you need to get a new handset, a new telephone, and these are much cheaper to buy them outright than get them in a contract. So you might get a 0% purchase credit card, and you spread that cost across however many months they'll give you. Again, you need to make at least the minimum repayment every single month, but you won't get charged interest. Pay as much as you can, ideally. You can get 20 months interest free right now, both M&S Bank and TSB. So similar, same banks popping up again when we talk about this. M&S Bank probably has the lead on that one, because you'll get a £5 M&S voucher at the same time. So do check that out. There is another one with Sainsbury's Bank. Now, if you do shop at Sainsbury's regularly, this might be one to check out, because you can get bonus Nectar points every single time you shop. Now, it's only a limited amount of time, it's only for the first couple of months, it's only up to a maximum of £37.50 worth of points. But that's worth checking out if you're a regular Sainsbury's shopper. However, this isn't open to anyone who is self-employed. That's a restriction that's been brought in as a result of everything that's going on with COVID. So it won't be for everyone. Only really, I say, for people who shop at Sainsbury's. Now, the next one is another sort of transfer card. This is a money transfer card. The best one here is from MBNA. They will give you 18 months where you transfer money from a new credit card to your bank account. Great for clearing overdrafts, catalogue debts, things like that. You still have a transfer fee to pay, and you still got to make the payments and clear that debt on that credit card. It's just cheaper than an overdraft or a loan or other things in lots of cases. 18 months with MBNA. Now, cashback and reward credit cards, love these. I use them all the time. Mainly use my American Express. Right now, there's Shop Small going on where you can get extra bonus credits. Fantastic. And in fact, if you're after a cashback credit card, American Express give the best rates. You can get up to 1.25% with an American Express Platinum cashback credit card. It kind of tiers up, starts at 1%, and then once you spent 10 grand in a year, the rate increases to 1.25%. There is a £25 annual fee with that, but you can get around that by going via a cashback site or getting a friend to refer you, so I wouldn't worry about that. And even if you do pay it, well, there's no need to, but even if you do, that extra cashback that you'll earn versus their next card cancels that out as well. So I would definitely say that's the best one, as long as you are going to use it for most of your shopping. What's also fantastic about American Express cards is you get a bonus when you first sign up. So it goes up to 5% on this American Platinum Cashback card and the American Express Everyday Platinum Cashback card, whatever it's called, something like that anyway. Does exactly the same thing, lower rates of cashback. With both of them, you'll get 5% for the first 6 months. It used to be 3 months, they extended it to 6 months during COVID. It's still 6 months right now. Don't know how long that will last. They might put it back down to 3 as people start shopping and spending more. But if you get it now, you could basically got to spend for this platinum one, 2.5 grand. That first 2.5 grand that you spend in that 6 months will be 5% rather than 1%. It's worth 125 quid. Really, really fantastic. Plus you get all these extra offers. I need to do an extra video just about these. I will do a special video on this soon. Now, the problem with American Express is that obviously not everywhere takes American Express cards. You will find that, I don't know, 1 in 5, 1 in 10, some of that place say they don't take Amex. So I always like to have a spare card with me, which is a Visa or a MasterCard. Now, the one that I recommended last month, the one that I've got is the John Lewis and Partners card. That currently gives you 0.5%, the equivalent of 0.5% back for every pound that you spend. You get it back in John Lewis vouchers, gives you a bit more at Waitrose and John Lewis stores. That rate cuts from the 4th of September, so next month that rate will drop down to the equivalent of 0.25%. So half what you get there. They increase what you're going to get in Waitrose and John Lewis to 1.25%. But it does mean it's still an all right pick, sadly, even at 0.25%. You can't beat that anywhere else, but it's not the only one to consider. I would also look at getting an Amazon Platinum card if you shop at Amazon a lot and you're a Prime member, because although you'll still get the 0.25% at most retailers, you'll get 1.5% Amazon, which is obviously really tough to beat. But there is another card, which if you're not fussed about Amazon or John Lewis, is probably the one to go to, because it's also my pick for the best travel cards. And this is the Barclaycard Rewards credit card. Now this gives you 0.25% again on all your spending at home and abroad. Now I appreciate we're not really getting to go abroad very much at the moment, so you might not get the full advantage of that until later on, but you can get cash back overseas, which you won't get with the Amex. Well, you will, but you'll get charged conversion fees, so it's not worth it. But you also won't get charged for any spending overseas in terms of these conversion fees, interest on cash withdrawals, anything like that. So it's the top pick for spending overseas, and obviously it's also the exact same rate as non-Amex cashback credit cards. Do check those. And finally, the last one to talk about, again, it's the same one that I shared last week. If you are trying to build up your credit rating, one of the best ways to do that, bizarrely, is to have a credit card. And you basically use it, you spend a certain amount on it, and you pay it off, and it shows the credit reference agencies that you are responsible with borrowing. You can actually do that every month, have some money, borrow some money, and clear it. Build your score up bit by bit. Obviously, you can't necessarily get all those other cards I spoke about if your score isn't good enough, but there are some which are designed for people with a poor credit rating to help them get on that ladder. And the best one probably is Amazon, because you get a £10 Amazon voucher for signing up and getting accepted to the card. You also get 3 months 0% purchases. I wouldn't really be bothering about that though if you're getting this to build your credit rating. Really the focus there is just spend responsibly every single month to show that you can do that. So there you go, very quick rundown, more details over on the blog. I will be back with another one of these next time. We're looking at current accounts again, seeing what you can get there. The update on savings is there on the YouTube channel. Plenty more there as well. So please do hit that subscribe button if you want more videos just like this. And if you like this, found it useful, please leave me a comment and hit that like button. That's it for this week. Cheers. And here are a couple more videos you might find interesting.